What's up guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today we're gonna play the Night Witch. So I built a Night Witch miner deck, and if you guys are interested how I build a deck, make sure you check out my videos. I make a guide on how to build a great deck. And so in this deck we have Miner and Night Witch as the main card, and we are Miner Poison. This is a control deck, and since the Night Witch is everywhere in Grand Challenge, so I actually use the Executioner and Tornado. And we also have the lock. If you don't have the lock, just use the Zap and with the Knight for the tank. So now I'm going to show you guys two replay on how this deck work. The first replay we are going against a graveyard deck, and the game is actually getting pretty close, and like we have nearly lose the game. And the second game is that we are going against a very classic Hawk Lightning deck, and I also made a Hawk Lightning video previously, so you can check that out. It is very similar. Oh, I forgot to mention, and this deck is really good that I actually get 5 straight win in a Grand Challenge, so it definitely worked well. So now let's jump into the replay. Alright, so you can see our starting hand. So this is a pretty nice starting hand this time, because we usually either want to put the Night Witch at the back, or we want to put the Skellies at the back just to cycle. So this time I put the Night Witch. So actually you can put it behind the King Tower, so these bats will actually split. But yeah, so I put it on the same lane because I just want the bat to go to the same lane, and I go pretty aggressive here with the Miner Poison, because like his execution is down and our poison can do some damage to his executioner. And now we did a lot of damage, and the tower is down to 1700, and it's really great. And then now we only need executioner to take down his troop, and we get a lock. So we have the knight to tank for the graveyard, and knight is actually a pretty good tank for the graveyard. It has a lot of HP, and we actually done pretty well. You can see that like we still have the damage lead, and we are slightly down on elixir, but we have the execution down the lane, and again I go to miner. So you can see that he failed to predict our miner, because like you want to switch up the miner placement every time, so your opponents cannot guess your miner placement. So like the last time so you usually want to put it on a corner, because at the corner, even though they guess correctly, it would be harder for them to distract your miner. So I would suggest you guys to put the miner on the corner, on the 4 corners, instead of the side. And now we're gonna go for the counter push. So for this deck we have actually 2 kinds of push. So we can go from miner, Night Witch, and then we have the knight and the executioner. So it is very good that we have different kinds of win condition. And now we just reset, and we have even in elixir. So I'm go again in miner again, and then in this placement, this is the inner miner placement, and this placement, it is actually pretty good, because usually people will not go for that placement. And actually the Night Witch is pretty okay to deal with the graveyard, so I actually pull the troops away, so the baby dragon will not tank for his graveyard, and the execution actually do a very good job. And now we're gonna go Miner Poison again, because his executioner is down here, so our poison can also get an executioner. And now we can see many bats are down, and they are doing massive damage, and we are now in a very big lead. And we are full elixir, just put an executioner, and then we're gonna go Tornado to pull them together. And this time I actually made a mistake that I put it far too away, so I'm forced to put them poison, and again I made a mistake. I should have put the poison more close to our tower, so we can also get a bat, but that's okay. And actually he got a pretty well play on his part, that he pulled our execution away from to the other lane, so our executioner can't help to defend. So this is definitely well played by him. And I also made a mistake, is that we shouldn't have put the executioner on the left side of the tower so he can put it away. We should have put that on the right bottom corner, and then this time with Miner Poison he failed to predict, and then with a lock Miner Poison we get a tower. And this is extremely close and very unfortunate. He only has the poison as the direct damage. If he has something like the Zap, and we are actually dead. So now let's jump into the second replay. So this game we are against a classic Hawk Lightning deck with a Valkyrie and Tornado. So I'll start. This time I actually started with the Night Witch at the back, and it is pretty unfortunate that I didn't wait until his Hawk Rider, and you may notice that why I didn't pull the Hawk Rider to the King Tower. It is actually because he have the skellies to like behind the Hawk Rider. So if we use Tornado to pull the Hawk to the King Tower, and the skellies after the Hawk Rider will actually survive. So and it would do massive damage to our tower. And actually now we are in a very huge elixir lead, and now we lock and then skellies, and then we take no damage, and it is pretty good. So now we're gonna just play passively, although I know I have elixir lead. But yeah, and you can see that we have 7 elixir lead, and it is very great. So I'm gonna build up a big push, and this time with this kind of elixir lead, we can actually go for minor poison. So yep, there it is. And we can see that we switch up the miner's placement. This is very important. Like, you don't want your opponents to guess your miner. So if the opponents successfully get your miner position, and then your miner can do no damage, and then you will get a free 3 negative elixir trade. And now we use the knight to distract the troops, and then we can drag the Hawk Rider to the King Tower, and we're gonna lock, and we take just only 1 Hawk Rider hit, and then we still have the elixir lead. So this is actually very good, and this deck is very defensive against Hawk Rider, against or even air troops, and this is well played by him. He get my minor placement, but we still get 2 hits off, so I'll say it is okay. I'll take it. And again, we're gonna go for Night Witch at the back. This is a pretty good, a pretty good move, because like your Night Witch putting at the back, you can spawn many bats, and then when they spawn like 3, 4, or 6 bats, and then you can actually go use the miner to tank it. And right here, our Tornado get all of the troops, and we take only one miner hit. Hawk Rider hit, and actually our skellies actually do the body block right there. And here I switch up the placement, and he used the lightning, and see that the bats, guys, the bats actually do massive damage and burn down the tower really quickly. And now I know he's gonna like attack me, and so I'm gonna go all in on the left side. So even if he can take our tower, we can also take his tower, so we'll still get a win. And at this point, it is pretty much GG, and you can see the Night Witch done massive damage, and it is a really strong card. So if you guys have the Night Witch, you definitely should try it out on challenges. And if you have a level 2 or level 2 or even level 3, make sure you try it out in ladder gameplay, and it will be a very great card to use. And this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.